Man, I'm out here riding my bike in this wooded area around in the neighborhood that I live in. It's a cool little spot. While riding, I had a couple of things on my mind. I was riding and I was thinking about a business that I was involved in some years back, and I was pretty successful in it. Did a pretty good job doing this particular business, but I got misfocused, misdirected, and started focusing on other things. You know, sometimes you can be successful at something, but that's not good enough, and so you start to take chances and try other things that you're not that familiar with, but because of the past success you had, you feel that you can just conquer anything. Well, I felt that way and tried some different things and wound up losing all of the money that I had made in this other business opportunity. And so I had to go back to working for someone, and I was pretty discouraged, pretty depressed for a couple of years. I didn't know how to get over that particular loss. Sometimes you can your opportunities or your successes can become your identity, and then when you're no longer successful at something, or you run up against some misfortune, then your identity, because you associated it with certain past successes, your identity becomes lost. You no longer know who you are because your identity was wrapped up in some other part of your life. So it took me a while to start working on figuring out, one, who I am, and two, what have I learned from all of the different successes I've had and from all of the losses that I've had. And one of the neat things that I found is that every single thing, every single experience that I had, whether it was a success or it was a failure, it allowed me to learn something new. It allowed me to develop different skills. Whether it was a success or not, it didn't matter. I was able to learn so many different skills. So now that I'm older, I still remember all of those skills. And so what I found out is that I have a lot of opportunities available to me now because I have all these skills that I acquired. So next year, I'll be starting back doing this one business that I was in and really successful at. I'll start doing that. I put everything together, accumulated a decent amount of monies, and so now I can start back in that. And it's not like you need monies to do it. Some of the aspects of it you don't, but then the aspects I want to focus on you do. But that's not important. What's important, and the reason why I was sharing this story, is because you may find that there's a lot of opportunities that you may have been engaged in, and they may not have worked out well for you. And so you may associate your identity with being a failure. And I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to think that you're a failure because something or things have not worked. And I don't want you to give up on whatever your dreams are just because you've participated in something that has failed in your life. What I want you to do is step back, take a deep breath, and I want you to think about all of the different things that you've done in your life that have failed and the things that you have done that have succeeded. It doesn't matter how minor they are or how huge they were. And then what I want you to do is think about the skills that you learned during that time. There's nothing that you have ever done, whether it's a relationship, it's a job, a business opportunity, children, there's nothing that's ever a waste of time. It's all planned. And I don't want to get too deep in that, but I just want you to know that it's all planned. It's all planned. So whatever you've learned, whatever you were doing, get better. Learn more. Go back out there and tackle it. And don't let the things that you've worked on or the experience that you've accumulated over the time, don't throw that to the wayside. And don't throw your identity out with that. Your identity is that you don't give up, you continue to try, you continue to work to get better. That's your identity.